Well, hello everybody and welcome to How to Combat Sitting Too Long at Work, Episode 5, Weekly Wellness for Office Workers. My name is Dr Robert Buda, the Lifestyle Doctor. So what we're going to be going through today is some really simple strategies that can just help to combat sitting for too long at work, which just happens to be one of the most common things we do. So if you think about the most typical office worker, what do? What's their schedule like? They get up in the morning, they sit down and they have breakfast. Then they get in there, get ready for work, they get in their car and they sit down and they commute on the way to work. They get to work, and what do? They sit down, they sit at their desk and they may sit for upwards of 8 to 10 hours. Then they get back in their car and they sit down and they commute on the way home. Then they sit down and they have dinner, then they sit down and they watch TV. And that's the typical life for a lot of people because they get home too exhausted to do anything. So all they're doing is sitting. So what we want to develop is just some simple strategies to help combat and deal with that. The simplest way is when you're at work, take frequent breaks. This is a really simple strategy. All you need to do is set some kind of an alarm on your phone that just goes off every 20 minutes, every 15 minutes would even be better. Get out of your chair, move around for 30 seconds, sit back down and get back to work. Now some people say, it interrupts my flow, it reduces my the amount of time that I'm spending working. Well, look, it can interrupt with flow, but if you're only stopping for 30 seconds every 15 minutes, that's 2 minutes an hour. So are you trying to tell me that you honestly work a full hour straight without your mind wandering? Doesn't happen for most people. The second strategy that can work really, really well is that you can actually get a standing desk adaptation. So what this is it's something that you add to your normal desk that allows you to stand up and work instead of sitting down at work. So you can move this, so you can spend part of the day sitting down and part of the day standing up, or you could spend the whole day standing up. Generally not advised to spend the whole day standing up. Some of the day sitting would be okay, just as long as it's not too much. Then to add to that, what you can actually do is you can actually buy these very expensive but special treadmills that sit underneath the desk. So in addition to your standing desk adaptation, you also have this treadmill. So what do? You walk and you work at the same time. It's actually a really, really clever way of getting in a whole bunch of exercise while still working. You set the speed very, very low. We're not talking a very fast speed at all, but over the course of the full 8-hour day, if you're walking the whole time, you can walk upwards of 10 kilometers. And so at the end of the day, if you decide that you don't want to go to the gym, not really so much of a big deal then, is it? The last strategy that I have for you that's also really, really beneficial and really helpful is in the middle of the day, at lunchtime, take time out to go and exercise. Whether this is as simple as just a walk around the block, or if it's something more dedicated like a gym routine or a run, playing soccer with your colleagues, with workmates, anything like that. There's a whole range of options out there for you to do, but some form of exercise is really, really good and can help to combat those hours of sitting that you're doing. So I'm Dr. Robert Buda, the Lifestyle Doctor. I hope you've gotten some benefit out of today's video. In review, you'll see that on the next slide. Have a fantastic day, everyone.